Mark Zuckerberg's coming clean on Joe and Kamala's censorship regime. The Meta CEO revealing in a damning letter to Congress on how he caved to White House demands to censor the free speech of millions of Americans. Zuckerberg explaining how back in 2021, Facebook folded, giving into pressure from the Biden-Harris administration to take down COVID-19 content during the pandemic, including posts with humor and satire. And the White House got angry, expressing significant frustration when the company didn't meet their demands. Zuckerberg now feeling shame about his role in the censorship, saying this: "I believe the government pressure was wrong, and I regret that we were not more outspoken about it." Mark also cops to election interference, censoring the bombshell New York Post Hunter Biden laptop story by demoting it. Just last month, Zuckerberg was telling Joe Rogan about the pressure the feds put on his company. Listen.
The FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, "Hey, just so you know, like, you should be on high alert. There was we thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We just kind of thought, hey, look, if the FBI, which I still view as a legitimate institution in this country, it's like very professional law enforcement, if they come to us and tell us that we need to be on guard about something, then I want to take that seriously."
First of all, the bottom line here is that our government in the Biden-Harris administration was playing a lead role in the suppression of the free speech of American people. And you could say both sides do it, but there was only one side that was being suppressed. So let's not kid ourselves on this. And you can say that there was no way this election would have been changed, but the polls show the people who voted, who were questioned, 10% of them said they would have changed their vote had they known that Hunter Biden was getting money and that 10% was going to the big. Let me finish. That the money was going to the big guy. So don't make like it wouldn't have made a difference. It would have made a difference. And number three is James Comer does not run the Department of Justice. Merrick Garland, the one who calls parents domestic terrorists, is the one who is running the Department of Justice. And James Comer does not have the authority to indict. So let's not mess the two of them up. My question right now is why and why now? You know, the skeptic in me believes that the only reason Zuckerberg is doing this is because he thinks Trump is going to win. Big tech is now going toward the Republicans. But, you know, he spoke to Congress in 2023 about cyberbullying. I mean, did he have a thought at that time to discuss this? And, you know, or is the arrest of this Telegram guy, this whatever his name is, Pavel Durov, is that causing him to be a little concerned about what's going on? And, you know, it's just too convenient right now. But the bottom line is this is confirmation that the Biden administration suppressed free speech of Americans. Whether it's truthful or not, the issue is the freedom of speech.
We knew a lot of this, Dana, but what about the timing?
Well, I think when you testify in front of Congress, often they'll say, can we send you follow-up questions? They send the witness follow-up questions, and the questioner or the person answering the question sends in the document that is considered testimony. So it's, to me, the timing is you had a deadline to respond. It's not necessarily about the election. It's just like the Republicans are smart. They had the hearing at a time when this would come out. And so Mark Zuckerberg is actually, to me, a letter like this is testimony. And I think about what the Supreme Court ruled. Was it the Supreme Court judge that, in this question about whether the Biden administration had participated in this kind of thing? And I just look back, we didn't really have social media when I was press secretary, right? So Facebook and Twitter, it was coming on board, but it really wasn't like it is today. You didn't have these fact checkers that could demonetize people and like basically take people's livelihood away or their speech away. But I cannot imagine somebody saying, hey, Dana, can you go and make jawbone this company and tell them that they have to tell people that they're not allowed to say something? I don't know what the pressure was like for the people who were asked to carry out these orders, but I just have to believe that I would have said absolutely not. I would never do that.
Right. And it was even more than just you can't say something. It was you can't say jokes.
Yeah, that was the amazing thing. And we always knew, I think we even predicted this, that the umbrella term of misinformation was going to be another kind of version of hate language. That you could just use it whenever you want it, and it would capture dissent. Not disinformation, but dissent. So if a joke hurt your feelings, or it was, I don't know, an opinion that hurt your feelings, that could be viewed as misinformation. So that a joke is to them misinformation. I think, I'm kind of glad that he came out and said this. It probably should have been sooner, but at least he said it. But it's kind of funny. It's like, you know, he said he could have fought back. If only he knew someone in charge, you know? I guess it's a contrast to Musk. The difference is so glaring. You know, Facebook right now is basically a toothless vehicle for your sister's sorority pictures from the late 80s. Meanwhile, you go to Twitter, it's basically free speech meth. You know, you get on there and you just suddenly go nuts. Oh my God, what's happening to you? You lose yourself, but you really wouldn't have it any other way because that's the way it's going to be. And so you got to wonder, if Musk had not purchased X, it would have been much like Meta or Facebook in that, you know, that iconic picture of Trump getting shot was censored on Facebook, they say by accident, but was not censored on X. Makes you wonder, what other stories would we have missed? For example, do you think the Biden senility, dementia story we would have known about if Musk hadn't bought Twitter? There's a lot of stories like that you wouldn't have known about, but now you do, which then kind of bugs me because who does the media hate more? Musk. Why do you hate the guy that's guaranteeing your free speech, that's making these stories roam free, that's challenging you to chase the story? Finally, what is it going to take for everybody to finally believe us that we're right on everything?
Thank you.
No, seriously, think about the canaries in the coal mine when it came to borders, crime, COVID corruption, the Hunter's laptop, the influence peddling, government censorship. We talked about this. People laughed. The creeps in the media, the Don Lemons, the Chris Cuomos, the Brian Stelters, the Rachel Maddow, they all thought we were nuts as they were saying it's Republicans doing the censorship. It's Republicans in conspiracies. They were accusing the right of doing the stuff that they were always doing. And now they expect you to when they say, you know, Donald Trump wants to ban abortion. No. The elections are perfect. No. Did you see what happened in Texas? They had to remove 1 million voters from the rolls. It's like, when are you going to just listen to us, America? Listen to me. Don't listen to Jesse. Listen to me.
Well, you know, on that note, maybe listen to this. There's been some attention to comments I made on the show yesterday about VP Harris. People are misconstruing my comments to mean something inappropriate. I wasn't suggesting anything of a sexual nature. I was expressing my opinion that Vice President Harris's current leadership style could be an issue if elected. Coming up, some breaking news on the 5. We just learned who will get that first interview with VP Harris and Tim Walz. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.
Come clean. Come clean. Regime. Regime. Damning. Damning. Cave. Cave. Satire. Satire. Outspoken. Outspoken. Demote. Demote. Suppress. Suppress. Skeptic. Skeptic. Demonetize. Demonetize. Glaring. Glaring.
If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date with future videos. Thank you for watching.